What's up, you beautiful gamers, and we welcome back to Role-Playing Games, to this little corner in the internet where we always like to talk about video games, pretty much. Today we got some really nice information about some little games out there, which you may know for the title of Elden Ring.
Oh my god!
And pretty much something about Dragons Dogma, maybe, but we'll get to that later in the video. First, I want to talk about Elden Ring and this pretty much meme rumor that happens like prior to every big gaming event of Elden Ring actually being in there, and you know, it's pretty much like a meme by now. Every single big event that we have out there, there's a whole lot of people hoping that we are going to get some more information about it in said specific event. But I think that the possibility of Elden Ring actually showing at the Game Awards is like quite higher than the previous big events, like the previously stuff gaming events. That makes sense to you, doesn't make sense to me, but anyways, let's continue with the video. Now, I have a different video about Elden Ring with the possible release date, doing a pretty much compilating information about how the games from FromSoft have been being handled. I'm sorry about that, forgive me, but please bear with me. Now there is this article that we are going to read right now, which is pretty much my source for the rumors. There's a whole lot of articles out there that you can actually see the rumors of it, but this one specifically, I wanted to focus on it because it has some little bit of piece of information that might actually be interesting for us, and it's actually connected to what I said in my other Elden Ring video. Fans are looking forward to any update from software about the game, its development progress or release date window. In the past, the Game Awards and FromSoft have partnered several times, making big announcements. Their first collaboration was when the gaming studio announced Sekiro died twice. At the Game Awards in 2017. A couple of years later, the Game Awards crowned Sekiro died twice. As the 2019 Game of the Year, it is possible that the gaming studio would follow the same announcement pattern, but it's also possible that it would not. Alright, first and foremost, EB Times, get your facts right. I chose to have this source because there's a whole lot of sources out there, but this is pretty much for the memes. Forgive me, please, forgive me, forgive my soul. But on the release dates of the numbers that they have right there, they're actually quite correct. And the thing is that Sekiro was in fact announced at the Game Awards, and it was like a whole year before, like after that it got released. But we do have some different titles from FromSoft that actually get released not so long after the teaser on the games. If my memory serves me well, we got Dark Souls 2 on March, we got Dark Souls 3 on March as well, Bloodborne on March, and Sekiro on March. And you know what? We have a brand new generation of consoles out there, and we have a brand new March 2021 coming out there as well, right outside of our doorstep, which makes me have my hopes high, and I hope that I can give you hopes as well. We also know that Phil Spencer, that beautiful man Spencer, got to play, that cheeky bastard and lucky bastard Spencer, got to play Elden Ring, and by the things that he said, that wasn't much, but he pretty much said that it was the most ambitious title from Software so far, and that he got to play quite a bit, which means that it's in a high playable state. Hopes are right out there, dude. I stand by my statement that I made on my 2021 release date for Elden Ring video, that we are going to get, maybe we are going to get the game in March 2021, but take that with a grain of salt, don't quote me on that. It's just Mario me trying to be hopeful about that stuff. I do recommend you to watch that video if you haven't already, because it has some nice information, I think, and there are more leaks, and if you enjoy Elden Ring leaks, there are just juicy stuff. But other than that, that's pretty much what we got on Elden Ring, and after that, let's talk about Capcom and that little bit of a problem that they got a couple of days ago. If you weren't aware of this, they got hacked. Oh yeah, Capcom, little Uncle Capcom got hacked, and a whole lot of information got leaked and released. And this was pretty much about personal information, as well as some possible leaks that we got for Resident Evil games. But this is not confirmed at the time of this video. It's pretty much unconfirmed, confirmed stuff. That makes sense to you, it doesn't make sense to me, but bear with me here, let's talk about that. For this one, keep in mind that this information was all obtained due to a ransomware attack on Capcom's internal system, and it is coming from 4chan after Capcom apparently refused to meet the hackers' demands. Capcom has not acknowledged this info either. With that in mind, according to the leak, reportedly Capcom has initial plans to have Resident Evil Village released early in the new year. On top of that, Village will reportedly be getting an online component similar to Resident Evil Resistance, which is codenamed Dominion. While there's no mention of the rumored Resident Evil 4 remake, there is mention of a VR version of Resident Evil 4 that appears to be an Oculus exclusive like Village. Resident Evil 4 VR has an apparent April release date. Lastly, May is listed as the tentative release date for the recently announced Resident Evil Netflix series Infinite Darkness. Again, none of this has been verified by Capcom for obvious reasons, and this should all be taken with your usual sodium take. And yes, this hasn't been acknowledged by Capcom, but if we take a look at this other little piece of nice article that we have in here with RPJames, Capcom has confirmed 9 former and current employees' personal information has been exposed. While the fate of the larger swath of customer and business partner information remains in question, quote, Capcom will continue its investigation, beginning with contacting those individuals and other stakeholders whose information it has verified as having been compromised, while continuing to look into what other information was potentially taken, end of quote. The company writes, at-risk data does not contain any credit card information, Capcom confirmed. The company says it will, quote, endeavor to further strengthen its management structure while pursuing legal options regarding criminal acts such as unauthorized access of its networks, end of quote. Other leak information for release dates on games like Resident Evil Village has also been reported as part of the hack. Capcom has not verified these details. And while Capcom hasn't verified these details, pretty much they reported and they verified that they were actually butt fucked by some random people in the internet that were demanding some cash, some rupees, some coins in order for them to actually keep this information secret. They pretty much got the nudes of Capcom out there. Now there were other games that were leaked as well. Apparently, Great Ace Attorney will be announced for PS4, Switch and PC at some point in April 2021 with a planned July 2021 release date. If the leak is to be believed, Great Ace Attorney will have a trophy support, new quality of life enhancements and more, with both games bundled together for $40. On top of that, there is some Monster Hunter information as well. According to the leak, Capcom is going to bring Monster Hunter Rise, the upcoming Switch exclusive Monster Hunter game, to PC at some point in October 2021. Switch owners will have Monster Hunter Rise playable demos to look forward to along with time exclusivity rights. The other supposedly Switch exclusive Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Stories 2, may also have a PC port in the works. A June 2021 release is planned for Monster Hunter Stories 2, with the game set to have online co-op, PvP, DLC expansions, free content updates, microtransactions, and amiibo support. The leak also included some projects that are just listed by code names. This includes a mysterious project named Guillotine that is said to be coming to the Switch in February before making its way to other platforms in May. May will also see the release of an announced project called Reiwa, and on top of that, Capcom is said to have a multiplayer shooter game in development that is aimed at Twitch streamers. The mysterious Capcom multiplayer project Shield sounds like it is quite the departure from what the company usually releases, so it will be interesting to see it in action. Now the one that really makes me have high hopes of actually getting a Dragons Dogma 2 game real soon being this project called Reiwa. And I think that because of the leak that we also got some a while ago, let's read this piece of article right here. According to the latest rumors, Capcom could soon announce a brand new Dragons Dogma game which players have been longing for a couple of years now. A reliable insider for all things Capcom, Dust Golem, claims that Hideaki Itsuno, the man who brought us the beloved Devil May Cry series and Dragons Dogma, is currently working on a brand new project. Itsuno's new game is apparently an open world title, which suggests that it could be a Dragons Dogma sequel, since open world Devil May Cry game doesn't sound very realistic at this point. Furthermore, the insider claims that the game is built on the re-engine which Capcom initially built on Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. Since then, the publisher also used the engine for other franchises such as Devil May Cry and also the upcoming Pragmata, so it's not surprising that this new title is built on this engine. As always with rumors and leaks, please take it with a grain of salt since Capcom are yet to officially announce a new Dragons Dogma game. That being said, Dust Golem is a reliable insider that previously revealed info about Resident Evil Village and other Capcom developed and published titles, so it would not be surprising if he's spot on once again. And yes, Dust Golem is only a leaker, but he seems to be a reliable source, and if you connect the dots of this codename project called Reiwa that is supposed to be announced on May, pretty much gives us the hopes of actually this project being Dragons Dogma. And do bear in mind as well that the leakers didn't actually make public the whole information that they got from Capcom. They are waiting for Capcom to pay them the ransom in order for them to keep this detail secret. So we might actually be getting a little bit more of information if Capcom decides not to pay said ransom. So yeah, pretty much that's everything that we got for news and stuff of this last week. Interesting news about RPGs and stuff like that. Stuff that we cover in this channel. Do let me know in the comments below what do you think about all of these guys. Do you think that Elden Beautiful Ring is going to be at the Game Awards and this new upcoming event, or is it not? I hope it is, man. With that being said, I'll see you beautiful gamers. Don't you ever forget that each and every single one of you little people watching RPJames are beautiful people. I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember to stay safe and stay awesome. See you later.